So this weekend, I am going to go get a new tattoo, and it's going to be brilliant. So today's episode is about my experience in getting tattooed. As I know it's not for everybody, but I think there's definitely a reason why somebody would want to get tattooed. And this is a bit of my story. I just wanted to share with you guys, you know, some of my views in terms, not views, but in terms of how I feel about tattoos in general. I have them. And the reason why I'm making this video is actually this weekend I'm going for a new tattoo. And the number one reason people always ask me is, why do you want to get a tattoo? And I don't always know the answer to that, but I do know that it is a form of expression. For me personally, I do know that my first tattoo, which is a very simple design, it's not a great tattoo, marks the first time in my life where I really decided, okay, I'm going to commit to something 100% and I know it's for life. And the tattoo might not be the most greatest, or the design might not be the greatest, but at the end of the day, all these marks on your body, be it scars, be it tattoos, be it anything, represents a period in your life in terms of expression. And that's what this means to me is, people don't always get my tattoos and what they're about, and sometimes I don't either, but I do know that I do feel that I'm expressing myself in one form or the other. And my first tattoo I got was on my right shoulder. I think it was just after 2005, 2006. I just had a major motorcycle accident. Never really had something so significant happen in my life before, and I decided, why not? Everyone always asks me, why a star? And I just like stars. I've always liked stars. I designed it myself, and coming from a smaller type community, I got judged for it quite a lot. Now later on in my life, I realized that it was a good choice, because at least I stood up for myself and I stood up for things that was important to me. And even though the design might not be the greatest design on the planet, it's a symbol of standing up for myself, making a decision and moving on in life. Later on in life, I knew that I wanted something tribal, but I didn't necessarily know I wanted tribal. I chose on my right arm a Polynesian journey tattoo is what they would call it. I don't specifically know details. I just know I know that I like the design. I know that for me it looks great. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but at the end of the day, it's not about anybody else. It's about me. So I could care less about what anybody thinks of it. So the whole point of this video is that this weekend I'm going with a very old, long-time friend of mine to go and get a tattoo done. And the specific tattoo that I'm going to go and get is quite significant. That is the tattoo that I'm going to get done. And I'm thinking on my forearm. The reason why it's a bear is my family crest, the Barnard name. If you look at the old family crests, it is all a bear that is restrained. And bear and forebear is basically saying that, in the face of uncertainty, or in the face of adversity, learn to refrain from attacking or just jumping into it. And that is what bear and forebear stands for. And a lot of people will say that spelling is incorrect, but actually the spelling is correct for the meaning of what the symbol implies. And and that is what I'm getting tattooed. And another thing is the Barnards were used in a lot of war scenarios back in the day, apparently. I mean, I've read so much online about it. So yeah, specifically I would like to get a bear, nothing too hectic. Geometric line tattoo is good with the family crest tattooed underneath. And that is pretty much the fundamental reason why I would get a tattoo, is because it means something. Sometimes it doesn't always mean something. Sometimes it represents a period in my life or a period of significance in my life. But this is what it's about. It's about life. It's about the journey.